Trust.
Why did you do this?
I don't remember doing that.
You did it, because I would never.
I don't think I did that.
I can't believe we still don't have a name for this thing. Should we come up with a name on the spot?
We can shoot some ideas. I just didn't think we'd get this far.
Wait, what? Why?
Well, I wasn't sure it was actually going to work. Like the program and...
But it worked before.
We spent 2 days trying to figure out how to use the damn program on this thing.
Yeah, but...
And I remember that happened the first time we tried to podcast. And I was unsure we were going to remember how to set it up again. That was my issue.
But we set it up the first time, so I feel like chances are pretty good that we could do it a second time.
Also, we've never filmed the podcast.
A day in my life.
Is this one going?
Yes. Can you not see the recorder?
No. I need better glasses.
Never filmed a day in my life. Don't know how to work a camera.
Yeah, but I just... You know, I wasn't sure if we'd have enough angles, if it was going to look good, if we'd have a nice spot. But we suck at this.
I haven't done it in a long time. Right into the microphone.
All right, you said you had some questions to start this thing off.
Wow.
You wanted to prepare, and...
I prepared.
The first time we went into this last night, this is take 2, Cassidy got mad at me that we didn't have anything.
Yeah, I didn't get mad at you.
Prepare. And then she's like...
We just sat here in silence, and I was like, we need more.
We need to prepare. And then I asked her what we're going to talk about today.
I already tried to give us a thing to talk about, and you went elsewhere.
You didn't even ask me anything.
I literally said, should we come up with a name?
Okay, do you have a starting name?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Should we get an audience?
Awesome and awesome. Do you know who Starsky and Hutch is?
No. Don't look at me like that.
I don't know who they are either.
What?
Okay, that's not... No, okay. Relax, let me explain.
Relax, he says.
Let me explain. I think they're from Star Trek. And they're like a duo. Curtis always says it at work that we're Starsky and Hutch because we're like the duo. I'm pretty sure it's from Star Trek. And I thought you would know because you watched Star Trek. And I've never watched it. And your dad is a big Star Trek buff. So I thought you would know. But I could be completely wrong that this has nothing to do with Star Trek.
But also, I can't tell you names.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Like
Starsky and Hutch. Peanut Butter and Jelly.
Names just go out of my brain. Like, I'm surprised I can tell you names of people I know. Like, I forget a single name. Anytime I do a book review, I have to open the book and find people's names. Otherwise, I just call them the main protagonist. That's why if you watch my videos, which you don't, but you would hear me say, the protagonist in this book does this, this, and this, instead of saying them by their name very often, because I can't remember a name to save my life.
When I used to read...
You didn't read it.
When people tried to make me read as a child, if the name was too complicated, I would just make the name like John or Bob. So every time I saw this weird word, it would be Bob.
A lot of people do that. I just don't read it. Like, the character just doesn't have a name in my head. Most of the time. Like, it just skip over it.
How do you differentiate your characters? Differentiate.
Well...
Differentiate.
Well, the name is there so I can see it. But, like, it's
what if you mix up the name, though?
Why
that would cross too many wires in my brain.
That's fair. It just exists.
Then I'd forget what I named them.
But also, I feel like I don't really care if I cross over wires. Like, eventually I'll figure it out.
My issue could be that I'm just dyslexic and I can't read.
Valid, but lots of dyslexic people read.
Yeah, but my head hurts after I read.
This is fair. We don't have a booktuber out of you, that's for sure.
And then when I read one line, the next line just is part of the first line. I'll start taking words from the second line and inserting them into the first line that I'm reading.
That's
Because
why
my
you
brain
do
sees them before they
the bookmark method.
Yeah, but then I gotta hold a piece of paper on there.
Wow, so much work to read.
Reading feels hard.
I guess.
I think I could count the number of books I've read on one hand
Do it.
in my life.
Well, do
Magic
picture books
Treehouse
count?
number 1, Magic Treehouse number 2, and the one with the weird like Mr. Smiley or Mr. Grumpy.
Oh yeah.
Or like
yeah. They have a whole series of those.
Yeah. That's about all I've read. Magic Treehouse books and Mr. Smiley's.
Didn't you have to read like The Great Gatsby in school?
Yeah, but I didn't read it. They read it to me.
That counts.
No, that doesn't count.
That literally counts.
No, I was read to, not reading.
Oh, we're gonna spark really big debate in the community.
I was read to.
You're on the bad side here, just so you know. Red flags are coming out. I need a new boyfriend.
Did not read it physically. I listened.
I think that it's semantics. In the argument comes up all the time if audiobooks are reading. Because it's the same thing I'm being read to. But I think the concept of reading is about storytelling, not about the act of reading. So you are correct. You didn't do the act of reading, but you read a book because the concept is digesting a story. Like spoken word stories are still stories.
But I feel like it's different when it comes from a computer versus someone was holding the physical copy in front of me, reading it to me.
That's what they do, though. They hold the physical copy and they read it into a computer, and then you listen to it.
It doesn't feel the same.
It's the same thing.
It feels wrong. Wait, not wrong. Different. I don't know. I don't like it. Wait. See, now you're confusing me. It's not that I don't like it. It just feels like I'm going to bed and someone's reading me a nighttime story versus like if I press the button myself to listen to it, I'm like actively paying attention, and like where if someone's reading to me, I'm just like, it's kind of like background noise. Does that make sense?
So you're just saying you just don't pay attention?
Maybe.
Because like
I did an entire book review in like grade 7 or 8 where they read us like the first 2 chapters. And then after that, they said they weren't going to read us the book anymore. So the rest of the year was like all of our grades, all of our tests, everything, reading comprehension was based on this book for the rest of the year. I didn't read a single page after that. Me and like 2 other kids somehow passed the course without reading a single page after that.
In reading comprehension tests, I've never read a single passage in those.
Well, you're just smarter than me.
Like, I just would read the question and find the answer. I never read the passages, which everyone was like, don't do. And I passed those with flying colors. I
would have no idea what was going on if I didn't read them. But then if I read them,
You still had no idea what was going on.
I would still have no idea. And 90% of the time, I would never finish my test, my reading comprehension test, because I couldn't read fast enough.
I mean, to be honest, reading comprehension tests are dumb. They don't actually teach you anything, in my opinion. But especially because, as I said, I didn't read them. Like, I didn't read the passages. I just knew I could just look at the answer, look at the question, look up the answer, and be done without actually reading. I would read the 2 lines surrounding the answer.
I couldn't find it fast enough. You still had to
You just skim.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't fast enough.
I mean, I was reading 2 to 3 grades ahead of me at all times because I read so much.
Reading 2 to 3 grades below of what I should have been.
This is the crappy thing about reading comprehension, I think, is the only way to get it better is to read more. But if you don't enjoy reading, it's really hard to.
Do you think I would actually get better at reading though, or do you think my brain's just messed up?
I fully believe no one's brains are just messed up. I think you would.
I don't think that's true. I think some people just.
Your brain is not messed up. It's just different.
Okay, well, same thing, different word.
No, I mean
that's
different
the political
things.
Correct terminology.
Messed up means there's something wrong.
Well, it's
Different
not
does not mean
normal.
something wrong.
I guess it depends on what your baseline is.
Your brain is not messed up. It just works differently than my brain.
Well,
And my brain works differently than yours. And what is normal? What is the standard of
I
normal?
agree. I don't
What do
think
you?
there is a normal.
It's just a decision that someone decided that my brain type is normal and yours is not, but they're both normal because half the population exists with a different brain type.
Do you think like OCD and these brain things are more normal than not normal, or do you think that it's like a generational thing that kind of developed with like
I think they're more normal.
people have more OCD and anxiety and stuff because of things like social media, things that we didn't have years ago? Or do you think it's more of a normal thing that like more people have it than not, and it's just people are more aware and kind of talking about it more, so people are just more self-aware that they actually have it versus like a developmental thing?
I think it's the second answer. It's just more normal. I mean, if you think back to when we didn't have social media, you were constricted to essentially the people in your community, the 20 people you saw all the time. You wouldn't know how normal it is or anything like that. And I just think we talk about it more. So just more self-aware, more
I would agree with that. I think
people know what it is. It's not just like
it's definitely more normal. Like it's more regular in people than not. I think most people have some type of tendency, depend like somewhere on the scale, wherever you want to call it, if it's severe or not severe or this or that.
I just think older generations ignored them, but also it just wasn't the access to knowledge that we have and to shared experiences and to other people's experiences that are different than your own. Like we just have an unending access to everything these days, which they're trying to control, but it means
Which they're trying to control.
they're banning books
aliens?
and no, the government.
They're banning books.
Books are being banned like crazy these days.
What are we in the like 1980s revolution where
Yeah,
they're like witchcraft banning?
they're like anything that like speaks out. They're like trying to like hide things or like not share knowledge that they don't want people to know because we have too much access, they think. But like
I guess that is true.
they're banning things that shouldn't be banned. So like a lot of states are banning queer books.
I guess that's like anything. You just need to dig deep enough to see what's being.
Do you ever dream about me and then get mad at me?
No.
At all? Like
Never.
You've never woken up and just been like frustrated?
No. It's a dream.
Do you ever dream about me? I guess you don't really dream.
Not often. I rarely have dreams. I don't know why.
A lot of people don't have dreams.
There's like, I don't know, things you eat make you have like more dreams. I heard if you sleep on a boat, you get crazy dreams.
I don't need to ever sleep on a boat. I already have crazy dreams.
The last dream that I had was where I thought I was going bald, but I was like not bald. All my hair was falling out in like patches, so I had like long ponytail lengths of just like unicorn lengths of hair just in random places, like a spiky headed person, but it was like super thin and everywhere else was bald. The last dream I can remember I had.
I dream every single night.
Do you get angry with me?
Yes.
I didn't even do anything.
You leave me in my dreams a lot. The worst part is often for my sister.
What the fuck? Cassidy, what the hell?
Which would never happen. So it's fine. But the last dream, 3 nights ago, you left me for Tate McRae.
Oh my gosh, why do you think I'm gonna leave you?
It's just my insecurities come out. I mean, I'll take that dream over me being in the Hunger Games, which I've dreamt a couple times, so I have the weirdest dreams. One time you and Amber tried to kill me. And you dumped my body off the side of a boat, but I was actually still alive. And so I swam to safety, and then you guys started dating. And I was like
involve me dating your sister
in a wig, spying on you guys, trying to get my revenge.
You're crazy. Why are you spying on me? Why didn't you just come back?
You tried to kill me.
Why didn't you just say, hey, I'm alive still?
Because you tried to kill me.
Why didn't you try and like kill me back instead of spying on me?
Well, I was spying on you, trying to plan my revenge.
Or like, why didn't you go to the police and be like, yo, they tried to kill me? Instead of...
Because you're my sister and my ex-boyfriend. And then I'm angry at you
because I virtually is not the right word, abstractly tried to kill you? Is that the right terminology?
Honestly, most of the time I think I'm angry at you for dating my sister, not trying to kill me.
My God. What would I possibly do with Amber?
You're dating me.
That'd be like dating a hobbit.
It would be. She's really tiny. If you learned that I've been hired to date you as part of a social experiment where very hot people date a loser, and I was the hot person that was dating the loser like you.
Wait, I'm the loser?
Yes.
Why do I have to be the loser? Can we flip the scenario around?
We can flip it back and forth. But like, let's say like I only started dating you, or you only started dating me because you're in a social experiment where like the hot people sign up and they date like a loser. Would you forgive me? Would you continue to date me once you found out?
Well, are you continuing to date me, or now the experiment's over, you're like,
no, like I'm agreeing.
Money.
Like
I'm going to Barbados.
Like it's been 9 years. We're in our relationship, but like the reason we started dating was because of the social experiment.
How long ago did the social experiment end?
I don't know.
Was it a 9-year-long experiment?
No.
Or was it like 4 years and you just kept it on the DL?
Like 4 years. Kept it on the DL.
I kind of got to pick my nose. I think that if you could provide me with cold, hard receipts, I would be okay. But I would need registered proof.
Of what? Like, what am I proving? That I was in a social experiment?
Yes.
That you were the loser? Like,
that
what is going on?
In the social experiment, and that it ended 4 years ago and it's not currently still going on.
Okay, like you need proof that like I stayed with you past the social experiment.
Yeah. Otherwise,
let me just pull out my proof right now.
Well, there's got to be like some like birth certificates or something going on here from the CIA, the Secret Service that set this up. Someone's got to have some like documented documents.
Yeah.
Of what the test results were and blah, 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 blah. I need to see those up front so I can analyze them.
Okay, so you just care that I was in a social experiment.
No, but I need the proof of when and where and why. And the test results to see where your brain was at and where it's at the end.
Okay.
To see what your emotional connection is still.
Okay. I would stay with you. I feel like I already was in a social experiment and I was the loser, so
like right now? That's how you feel about our situation right now.
No, I feel like that's how it started. Like
how?
You're the cool kid and I was a loser.
No, I was just a Justin Bieber looking.
Justin Bieber was cool. I was obsessed with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but doesn't mean I was cool.
So like
I just had wavy hair and wore the same t-shirt every day.
I feel like my situation didn't count. I was a drama kid and you were a sport kid. My situation just feels like it was a social experiment.
I wasn't like, I played sports, but I wasn't like a school jock. I didn't play school sports. Actually, that's not true. I played 1 year because everyone convinced me to, but I never
play 2 years of rugby.
I think it was just 1 year, and that I wasn't even gonna do, but like people dragged me there.
But I also we don't have cool school sports weren't cool. I was like the hockey kids that were cool.
Isn't that weird how like in the States school sports is just like everything,
Mm-hmm.
and here it's like nobody gives a flying.
No, like we went to some football games just cause.
And it wasn't even like, oh, football games are so fun, or like we want to support or do this or that. It was like, we're bored. You want to do something?
Yeah.
I give a flying if they win or who's playing or what.
Mm-hmm.
But in the States, it's like a whole
Everything.
deal. They got marching bands and like. Did you ever do cheerleading? Would you have been a school cheerleader if we had that? I feel like you were not a cheerleading kid.
I technically did a year of cheerleading back when I was like 10, but I can't do a somersault. Still to this day.
You're uncoordinated.
I go straight and sideways.
You should. I wish we had more room. I'd make you do a somersault.
So I did a year of cheer when I was younger. That was it.
Those high school games are insane. They got like marching bands.
Also, just so you know,
like,
we did have a cheer.
I never.
Soleil was on
did
it.
We?
Mm-hmm.
We did. Did we even have? Did we ever have the band kids come out though and play like a marching line?
The cheer kids didn't even come to the football games. We just had a cheer team for literally no reason. Like, I don't understand.
True.
I think we just did things because that's what you see in the States and what we saw on TV. Like, I always thought like high school was going to be like that, like gymnasiums full for like basketball games and football games and like.
It is like that in the States though.
Yeah, but it's not for us.
Even like our prom, like
we don't have prom.
Well, I call it prom because that's like this relatively the same thing. Theirs is prom, ours is we just call it grad.
Theirs is a lot different than ours. It's like a thing. Like they have a whole like party and like everything. Like ours isn't just not as extreme.
We had parties. I was hiding in doghouses from police at our parties.
Yeah, but these were parties that we threw, not the school.
Does the school actually throw the party though?
Yeah, they essentially.
But like, wouldn't that be different than like our banquet? We had our banquet night, and then we had what was the other one? The commencement, and then we had the banquet. Wouldn't our banquet just be their like party?
Theirs is just like more extreme.
Yeah.
Than ours.
We're just suck.
But also, why would you want to go to that? There's no booze, which one they can't drink anyways legally. Where we
some schools did safe grad, which is like the school and like the teachers and like the parents did it safely. Like they rented a field and let people drink so that it could be supervised.
Technically, you're still supposed to be 18 at those to drink, which in the States they can't do because 21.
Yeah, you guys stink. 21. I feel like by the time I was 21, I was already out of my drinking phase.
I literally read a book and I told my friends that I was like, I can't relate to this because who's 22 going to the bar every single night, like partying hard like this?
Which is crazy because like in the States, everyone's like, oh, my life's just starting. I can like drink. Like you are like you're young still, but people are like.
They're in their bar star days.
Yeah.
I did that 3 years before.
Half the kids were 17 with fake IDs.
I mean, a lot of them have fake IDs in the States too, but.
True.
Yeah, like.
But we were starting at 17. I'm sure their fake IDs were starting at like 20. You think there was a 17-year-old passing as a 21-year-old?
I would believe that our fake ID started at like 15.
I don't know. I feel like I'd be able to tell if there's a 15-year-old trying to sneak into a bar.
You would be. One, they don't care that much. But. Yeah, it's like honestly like crazy to just see the difference in like party stuff too. Like all of their big parties happen in college and stuff too. Like it's crazy they like go away and they're like college is so competitive compared to ours.
In terms of academics, I think ours are pretty competitive. Like trying to get into the U of A.
Compete to get into a school. You have to write like you competed for programs but not schools.
I see what you mean, yeah. I always thought, after I just said I'm not a sports kid, I thought university sports and stuff would be fun to play. Like the hype behind it, but we just don't have that culture either here.
Mm-hmm. No one cares about sports.
Like here, the U of A, like basketball team or like football team.
The Bears.
No one gives a fuck.
The Bears and the Griffins. And the Ooks.
Those are like different schools and different sports. You just combined like 4 schools and 4 sports.
Well, isn't the Bears the U of A, the Griffins McEwen, and the Oaks Nate, and that's all of their teams?
Well, don't the U of A have a different? Aren't the Bears the football team and the hockey teams called something else?
I assumed that they were all.
This is how much we know about university sports in Canada.
I thought they were all Bears.
They could be, actually. That would make sense.
And McEwen's were all Griffins. And Nate's were all Ooks.
This could be true.
What the heck is
could
an
just be
ook?
dumb.
I think it's an owl, but like.
It is an owl. Mascots are weird.
Everything is weird.
Imagine being the poor bastard that has to dress up in that thing. Like, whenever someone dressed up in that little night suit in high school, I wanted to just fucking tackle that fucker.
Oh my god.
I just had this intrusive thought of like, I want to just smoke this guy. Not even like, I just wanted like, because it probably wouldn't hurt him because they're in padding.
I think it could still hurt.
But I've always wanted to just fight a mascot.
Get into another mascot
No,
and then fight them.
They need to be slow and weakened so that I have an advantage so I don't get beat up.
I'm pretty sure that you would probably be fine. As I said, you played rugby.
I've never been in a fight.
I got punched once.
Yeah, that was probably the closest we got into a fight, but like there was just too many people there and I just got broken up before it like anything actually happened other than.
You don't give me fight vibes. You're too nice, except for when you're playing hockey.
I feel like you need to be in a fight once in your life.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like
I've never wanted to get beat up before.
Do you not want to know what it feels like to get punched?
No.
Like,
well, I have been punched
in
technically
the face.
In the face.
I guess you have, but like a full on like I know you had a welt on your head.
I had no welt.
I thought you had a bump on your head.
No, I wanted one really badly, but
like. I would like to just feel like a good connection just to like, because then if it ever happened again, then I'd be prepared.
I've never wanted this. Like, why do I want to willingly like want harm to myself?
Because then I'm ready for the next one.
I don't think you're ever prepared.
Well, you would know what it feels like. You'd be like, okay, I'm stunned right now. I need to figure my shit out before I get rocked again.
But I feel like that just exists anyways. Fight or flight.
Yeah, but you
do flight. I already know this. You ran from that skunk, so...
No. That skunk charged at me.
Yeah, and you ran.
What was I going to do against it? That's animal abuse.
Fight or flight. You just left me.
Fighting a human is completely different than a cute cat-looking skunk.
Well, really, I just need to get the dog away from the skunk.
Boom, but then that skunk could have been...
Well, really, I just need you not to run away so that I could get the dog away from the skunk, but you were gone and your shoe was with me.
The dog would have lived, everyone would have lived. If someone's fighting you, they might be knocking you out, and then once you're knocked out, you don't know what they're doing to you.
Yeah, but you already have fight or flight, so you'd be gone. I don't know what fight you're getting into, because you're running.
No, but this is what I'm saying, I need to experience it. In case, like, what if I'm trapped in, like, a dark corner, surrounded by people trying to mug me?
Then you figure your shit out then. Like, why do I want to?
Yeah, but then at least I'm prepared. I'm like, I'm ready. I know my range. I know my capabilities. I know.
But you could know all that without being hurt.
How? It's like
taking classes like jiu-jitsu or boxing.
It's not the same.
You learn your range by practicing.
Like boxers, they're like...
What does you being punched help?
Because you know what to expect and like how to recover from it and like how long it takes to recover, and then you can start plotting your next move. It's like
no thoughts are happening in my brain.
Like, obviously I don't really watch UFC either or any type of boxing, but if you watch any type of interview, they're like, it's not the same until you're actually getting punched. You can train and hit bags and stuff all the time, but until you're actually getting punched at 110% and the guy's there to kill you, you can't really practice for that until it's happening.
Yeah, but you're just trying to survive in a fight a little bit. I think you're fine. I just don't understand the want to like willfully
do
put
the damage
pain
than
in me.
Be damaged.
Well, you clearly want to be damaged because you said you wanted to be punched.
But I need to just be able to recover. Know what I need to do to recover. That skunk is a whole different story. That's a different scenario. It doesn't count. That
I was just saying fight or flight, you're flying. I don't think you have a fight.
What am I, a pelican?
Yeah.
I'm not migrating south like the geese.
think you are.
I was chased by a rabid skunk, and there was it doesn't even have hands. How am I supposed to fight it?
You weren't supposed to fight it. You just weren't supposed to take off running and leave me with 2 dogs that I had to figure out how to get away from the skunk.
That's a different scenario because everyone would have lived. If it was like someone was trying to mug us, different story. You can't run away.
I think you would have been gone.
That's.
I don't think there was a thought in your brain besides get away.
You think I would have turned around and the skunk's standing there on his back legs with little punching gloves on?
I'm not saying that.
Think there was no reason to harm the little guy.
I'm not telling you to harm him.
Well, you're saying fight or flight.
Yeah, but that means like you're either like going away or you're gonna think through your problem. Like fight or flight.
It was the most efficient plan of attack to strategically
save yourself
than to turn around and punt that guy like a football.
I don't want you to harm the skunk.
I just think that if it was a human, I need to be prepared.
Apparently, you need to prepare for a skunk,
I was prepared
too.
for a skunk maybe next time. See, next time, now that I had that experience, You're know that I can
run.
I either now know I need to run faster.
you know not to leave your shoe behind.
Or take my shoe with me. Or turn around and just smoke that guy through the uprights like a field goal.
Let's get deep.
I feel like I need to work on my posture.
You also have touched your dick so many times.
Leave my sack alone.
What's
like
the
best tasting
fruit?
or like best looking or like
best fruit?
Best
Concept
color.
Of fruit. I would say tasting.
Best tasting
like,
fruit.
I feel like it's all of those things. Like it's not one thing. Like some fruits have worse texture than others, so like they're gonna be lower.
So we're making like a tier list of fruit.
What a strawberry.
Strawberries, I feel like they're on the same level as grapes. They're either really good or not good at all.
Disagree. A grape is incredible, iconic, amazing. A strawberry is like mid.
No, but you get shitty grapes more often than you get good grapes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I will fight you. Grapes.
Maybe people just don't know how to buy grapes.
Only good grapes are like nice, big, juicy, crunchy ones. But you always get ones that are like not big and crunchy and juicy. And like,
I don't agree that those are the only good grapes. But
if you get a good batch of grapes, they're S tier. Like they're top of the line.
But also,
if not, they're bottom of the barrel. So my placement of grapes, just for like those two, like it's got to be somewhere in the middle because it can either be really good or really bad. But there's no like consistency to grapes. Like an apple is like 90% of the time it's always good.
Oh, apple's like bottom.
I would say
I don't really like apples that much.
Out of 10, like 1 being the best, an apple would be like a 2 because it's like pretty safe. It always is good. There's better fruits, but like it's safe. You can't really go wrong with an apple.
This is a different personality. Like safe is not like I agree. You don't really get that many. Well, I've had some bad apples in my life, but like I don't want safe. Like I don't want to eat mediocre food my entire life.
This is why I'm asking the metric. If we're factoring in all metrics, then an apple would be 2. If you're going strictly taste, like you get the best apple off the tree.
It's just like all of it though, like everything. Like, but like I would still take a fruit that I could have the best experience with some of the time over one that's mediocre all of the time.
So my mind went in a different direction with fruit experience.
So, right now I'm sitting grape, strawberry, apple, and you're sitting apple, strawberry, grape.
Grape, strawberry.
I love
apple.
grapes. Grapes are like top tier for me.
I would say apple, strawberry, grape.
That's what I thought you were sitting at. Okay, what about like a blueberry? You can hear it in my voice how I feel, but blueberries are like bottom of the barrel.
Blueberries, they just gotta be in the middle somewhere. Again,
I've never had a good blueberry in my opinion.
They're either really good or not, but even when they're really good, they're not that good.
Yeah, it's like blueberries are like second to last. I know what my last fruit is, and I think blueberries are second to last.
I would put them at below grapes.
Okay, I think we're agreeing on the blueberry for once. Give me
Watermelon's got to be at the top.
Watermelon is the top. It is the top.
I don't know, like a mango. Mangoes are fucking good.
Mangoes are under grapes for me.
Mangoes are good, but like,
I like a mango, but I would eat a grape over a mango.
this is my problem with fruit. Is like you got to compare them when they're at their like Optimus Prime. They got to be in like full form, final form stage to compare them. But if you're factoring everything in, like you don't get it.
I think you're thinking way too much into this.
Then a mango's got to be like top 3. I would put a mango on par with an apple. They're usually pretty safe if you eat them ripe.
Like, why do you want safe things? This is my problem. Like,
because if I'm going to eat something, I'd rather be like, okay, like this is probably gonna taste good. There's not a chance that it's gonna taste like shit.
I guess like here's the thing: like a bad grape is still better than a good strawberry.
No.
Like if I like something, it's better than a bad one because I like it.
Bad grape is better than a good strawberry.
Because I like grapes more than I like strawberries.
No, you're wrong.
So like I would take a grape over a strawberry.
You're wrong.
It doesn't matter peakness to me.
No. No. You're just wrong.
But I love grapes. Okay, so my list right now is watermelon, grapes, mango, strawberry, apple, blueberry.
Watermelon, apple, strawberry, grape, blueberry.
You forgot mango.
No, I said, oh wait, watermelon. I think apple. I don't know if I could rank. I'd maybe edge mango. No, I would think apple edges over top of mango slightly, but they're like pretty much on the same tier.
Okay. What about
oranges are just a mid fruit.
Orange is the worst fruit.
I don't know about worst.
Bottom tier. You will rarely see me eat an orange. I have to be pretty hungry to pick up an orange.
Orange is just average. Again, oranges are pretty safe. You usually don't get a bad orange.
I've never had a good orange.
Average.
And they're so stringy.
It's vitamin C.
Bottom of the barrel.
Vitamin C.
Orange, then blueberry. Ugh. Don't like either of those that much. What are your thoughts on pineapple?
Just a mid fruit. It's just like middle of the pack. It just kind of exists.
I would agree. It's under strawberry for me. I like strawberries a little bit better, but
no, I think a pineapple is better than a strawberry. Strawberries?
I don't even know where strawberries are on your list anymore.
Strawberries are just a lot of work. Like, what's the reward aspect of a strawberry?
What is work in a strawberry?
You gotta cut the thing off, and like, so are pineapples, I guess, because you gotta, and then you get the little things in the pineapple squares.
Wait, but like, what are you cutting off a strawberry? You just
the
don't.
Leaf. You just don't chomp that motherfucker.
You just don't eat it. I don't cut it off.
Instead of like,
you have to eat around an apple core. You have to peel an orange.
What is the ease of eating the fruit? This has got to factor into, like, a strawberry. You got to eat it so daintily.
I don't eat a strawberry.
Like a little mouth.
What are you talking about? Also, have you seen my sips? I think my bites are not much bigger.
Or an apple, you just pick it up. And, done.
I have to cut all of my fruit, so I don't exist in this.
That's an internal issue.
Like, I'm never biting into an apple.
That's your own
And there's
fault.
a core that you have to work around.
You don't manually have to. Like, you don't have to.
Yeah, but I do.
If I eat that leaf on that strawberry, I could die.
You can eat strawberry leaves.
No, but I could die. What if it plugs my hole?
You can eat strawberry leaves.
Yeah, but what if there's pesticides on it?
There's pesticides on your entire fruit, so you better wash them.
Entertain me.
Okay. What about
pineapple? Is definitely an inconvenient fruit to like.
I would agree.
Process.
I would agree. But so is a mango.
So is oranges, because you gotta, and then you get the white thing under your fingernails from the orange.
I don't eat oranges.
You peel that motherfucker, and you got like that stringy stuff on your fingernails, and your fingers are stained orange like a bad spray tan.
Fingers stained orange?
Because you're peeling on that thing, and it's all like powdery and like white and like.
Wait, so the white stains your fingers orange?
Both of them. The white is like a powdery and it's stuck under your nails, and then the orange like citrusy stuff is like an orange powder, and your hands are all like gritty.
Also,
I guarantee you the internet agrees with me on that.
Also, you only peel like mandarin oranges. You cut the other oranges.
No. You never had an orange peeler?
I don't peel my oranges. Well,
It
I
looked
don't
like
eat
a chopstick
oranges.
with like a point on it, and you put that fucker in there, and then you went zoop, like a zipper.
Well, if you're using an orange peeler, why is it on your hands?
Because it just kind of gets it open, and then you got to get under it. You kind of got to.
Or you could just
massage
take a
it.
knife and then flip open and eat them.
But then you still got to grip the peels on the edge, and you got to like bend it in half like a canoe.
One, I don't like oranges anyway, so I don't know why I'm fighting my life for them because they are like bottom of the barrel. Why would anyone ever want to eat an orange?
But they're just so much work, and they're messy, and there's like juice squirting all over, and it's on your shirt, and it looks like you just did the dishes because there's orange juice.
But
You've
a
never done
strawberry
dishes
is
and you,
more
like,
work.
Splash it onto you. That's what it looks like when you eat an orange.
How are you eating an orange?
As a child, I used to eat an orange like an apple.
Well, that's the problem.
But I was just an infant that didn't know any better.
Yeah, so how are you still getting orange juice everywhere?
Because you bite into it, like, you know, when you put it in, you make a smiley face on your, and you go, you got the peel in your lips, and you go.
No, because you just, and then it comes out. I don't eat oranges. I don't know why I'm fighting my life for this. I hate them.
Yeah, but when you do that, you bite into it, and it's like.
No, it comes off like the side. You just bite the side.
Yeah, but then you never, like, you're still, like, part of it that you're missing, that you're biting into, that doesn't go into your mouth, and then that part is like.
You need a bigger mouth. Gotta fit some more things in there.
Oh my gosh, you need to keep that mouth away from me.
Well, I was talking about yours, not mine. Okay, what's a fruit we're missed?
Oranges are just, like.
What about a pomegranate?
I love a good pomegranate, but the risk to reward ratio is
The risk to reward. There's a lot of risk.
It's kind of on the same page as an orange. Like, it's a lot of work to get that reward.
I would agree, but you can buy pomegranate seeds now, not in it, that people do yourselves. You don't have to buy a pomegranate and do
I
it.
feel like they're never as good.
But also, you just put it in a bowl and you take a wooden spoon and you pop, 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 pop. And it all comes out. There's a lot of tricks for a pomegranate. I love a pomegranate. Well, we have to finish our discussion on fruit. Bananas. I feel like bananas is a hot topic, so I had to get it in there. Where is your banana ranking? Why are you silent over here?
Because I just started thinking of a different fruit metric. But bananas are mid tier.
I would agree with this.
They're like usually mushy and like they have a weird texture.
I think that they're always mushy. Like, why? When is
And
a
when
banana
you peel
not
them,
mushy?
they also sometimes get under your nails.
Well, not if you peel them the way monkeys do.
Am I a monkey?
Yeah. Monkeys peel them upside down. That's how I peel mine.
I do too, but you still get like either part of the peel on your fingernail or like it jams into the mushy
I
part.
just use my thumb.
And then by the time you get that bitch open, it's like the end is all like mashed. Like you just beat that thing
No.
with a mallet.
You just take your thumb and you go, and it's open.
Yeah, but if they're not really ripe, you're,
What
like,
are you doing to your
struggling with that
fruit?
thing,
Like,
and you're like, come on, motherfucker, open, bitch. And you can't get it open. And then the end is all mashed. Right?
no.
Don't.
That
no,
happens
no,
if
no.
you use the like handle part.
It's
But
not
that's
a
why you flip it
teapot.
upside
Stop,
down.
it's not a teapot.
Like,
No, but I flip
a
it
monkey.
too. But sometimes when it's like nice and tight, that's crazy.
that's crazy.
It can't open because it's sealed. Well, let's explain it for the banana. He's stuck.
I'm really curious why
solid.
you have problems peeling fruit.
Stop. I wish we had bananas here.
There are bananas here,
I will peel that thing.
but I don't want to eat one, so.
I don't either, but I'll peel it. The end it's like you hit that bitch with a mallet. It's just all soggy. And then you can't eat the top like 2 inches of banana because it's just mashed.
That only happens when I use the handle side.
That happens too. Sometimes if it's not ripe, the other side happens like that. Don't lie to me. Look me in the eyes and tell me you can perfectly peel banana every time.
I think I can perfectly peel banana every time.
You're lying.
But also, why are you eating non-ripe bananas?
What if I'm hungry and we have no other fruit?
Eat something else. A vegetable.
I want sugar.
Eat a candy. Chocolate.
No, I want to be healthy. Come on, give me another one.
I mean, most food has sugar in it, just so you know.
Yeah, but it's real sugar, not from the factory.
Yeah, but like your vegetables and stuff still have sugar in them. Just not as much.
Real sugar. That's why when you get a pop, Jones, the best brand deal pop ever, is... I was meant to say no brand deal, and my brain just short-circuited.
I'm so confused.
Jones soda, the best soda ever, made with real sugar, cane sugar.
Yeah, but how is a vegetable not made with real sugar?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I want to eat a banana because it's got real sugar, but you're saying eat a candy instead because your banana's not ripe.
And then I said eat a vegetable because they have sugar in them still.
Yeah, but I want...
And you said real sugar.
Sweet sugar. Sweet sugar. Sweetness. Fruit is sweet. Vegetables are like bitter.
I'm not eating an unripe banana.
But what if you're in a pinch?
I don't have a pinch.
You're living your second life as a pirate.
I would.
And you have no.
That's different.
Fruits,
that's not the scenario I'm in. I could go to a store and buy a fruit right now.
Listen to me. You were on a pirate ship. And you are seconds away from getting scurvy. Like, you can see the scurvy coming towards you. And you need to eat that banana before the scurvy reaches the other side of the boat where you're standing.
I will peel it perfectly then.
I don't think you're peeling it. You might even get scurvy still because you lost the top inch of your
banana.
No, because
I peeled it like a normal person.
Get enough vitamin C.
That's you that would have that problem.
I think you would get scurvy because you didn't. I would get scurvy because I didn't eat enough of my banana because the top part is mushy.
You would get scurvy.
And then I would eat that mushy part and I'd gag and throw up. And then I lost all my banana instead of just the top part.
What is going on?
This is why I can't eat mashed potatoes either.
Yeah, like bananas aren't that even that. Like they're mushy but not mushy.
They are if they get
I'm really confused what you're doing to your bananas. This is my problem.
I'm trying to peel it. And it doesn't peel. It's stuck together. And you won't unstick. And I just want to eat the banana. But I can't eat it because it's stuck together. And now, once I get it open, it's mushy. And it just makes me sad. And this is why I don't like bananas.
Our bananas bottom tears.
They're making me hyperventilate. And I'm starting to sweat.
I didn't know that bananas would get this deep. Okay, well, there's still other fruit, but I think we had ended here. There's more berries and melons.
I wish I had melons.
We have watermelon in the fridge. We have watermelons, apples, strawberries, bananas, and grapes.
You didn't hear what I said.
I'm ignoring you. B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-S. I wouldn't know how to spell bananas without that song.
Hopefully we did good.
Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Let us know what you want us to talk about and if we suck and if we're good or if we have better topics.
I don't want to hear if we suck. Just tell me I'm good. Thank you.
Next time, put the podcast on while you're vacuuming, doing your homework.
Peeling bananas.
Eating oranges.
Don't eat an orange.
See, we could rank all these fruits again just on the sole fact of like peeling ability.
But that all exists in my ranking.
Or like, that's what I was gonna talk. This is a topic for probably not me and you, but like the smuggleability of a fruit. Like if you had to get it across the border. So like if you had to put the banana into your body to get it across the like a grapefruit. I don't know. This came into my brain while we were talking about this. And I wasn't going to bring it up, but I remembered and now I'm talking about it.
I think it'd be a lot easier for me to smuggle everything in than you.
This is true. But like, what if you got stuck with a watermelon? Like there's like 10 fruits sitting on a table. There's 10 people. It's like...
Looks like I got a boob job.
This could be a game show.
A game show of fruit.
You have to fight to the death to get like Hunger Games. No, listen.
This sounds like a dream of mine.
Imagine all the fruit is in the middle like Hunger Games. You start on your stones on the edge, but you have to evacuate the Hunger Games with a fruit, and if you don't in time, they see ya.
You want to know my answers? I'm dead. I'm
no,
just
you
dying.
gotta fight for that grape on that table.
No,
Because if you get stuck with the watermelon,
I'm just dying. I'm going to off myself.
you get stuck with a watermelon or like one of those dragon fruits that got like the scales on it, where it's like a one-way entry, and if you pull it out, it's like, it's kind of gripping a little bit more than something else. Or like a coconut, where it's like a little fibrous, might tickle a little bit. Or what else do we got? What would be a really abstract fruit to smuggle?
A durian.
Those motherfuckers are big.
You would smell it.
They
stink.
I didn't even think those motherfuckers stink.
You couldn't be able to smuggle that because everyone could smell it.
Okay, that was just
And great end to this riveting episode of Fruit.
I feel like that added a lot of value. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.